And we are live. Good morning, crypto warriors, and welcome back to the Gentlemen of Crypto, episode 670. Today is it 670? Excuse me,
Six eight.
680.
Ooh, moving fast.
680. I was about to say, I think that's way off. Today is Friday, March 12th, 2021, and I'm King.
And I'm Bitcoin Zay, and we are here to bridge the gap between cryptocurrency and the community Monday through Friday at 10ish.
Today's top stories: Binance faces CFTC probe over U.S. customers trading derivatives. Beeple NFT auction closes at record-setting $69.3 million. Forget buying the dip. MicroStrategy buys 15 million of Bitcoin as it nears all-time high. Funny money. Brooklyn Nine-Nine star launches own social currency. Students in Georgia set to be taught about crypto at high school. But first and foremost, what's going on with those prices?
Oh, yeah. So let's take a look at our prices for today. Coming from CoinMarketCap, Bitcoin at $55,964 is down 1.6%. Ethereum at 1,753 is down 3.2%. Binance at $267 is down 12% today. Huge dip this morning. Cardano at 106 is down 6.6%. Polkadot at 35.51 is down 5.7%. Ripple at 44 cents is down 3.4%. Uniswap, a hair under $30 at $29.76, down 5.4%. Litecoin just passed that $200 mark up to $205.39, up 1.7%. And Chainlink rounding out the top 10 at $28.37 is down 5.4% today. So again, a lot of sideways movement, not much of a push either way. Some people are calling for Bitcoin double top. I think those are people who want to buy a lot lower than 58,000. So we'll see what happens if we break that resistance to all-time high. And if so, Bitcoin will probably do its thing, and then maybe alt season later this month or next month.
Yeah, so one of those things we'll see this weekend, but if it does break through the $60,000 mark, as we've seen, it will more likely blow past to 62, 64, 65,000 all in one weekend. So something to look forward to. What's going on, Madam Crypto? Minho Donahue, Jason Catlin. Hello, hello, hello. For some reason, everyone else isn't showing up just yet, but make sure you smash that like and share. Top story of the day: Binance faces CFTC probe over U.S. customers trading derivatives. That's right. Even bigger, it's probably coming because Binance also announced today that their Binance payments is going live in its alpha mode. So you'll actually be able to use Binance to pay for things. And exactly at the same time, CFTC dropped this hammer on them, where it looks like the agency hasn't accused Binance of any wrongdoing, according to the Bloomberg report. But they're kind of accusing them of wrongdoing. It looks like, again, crypto exchange Binance is being investigated by the Commodity Futures Trading Commission to determine if U.S. residents traded derivatives on it in violation of U.S. rules, Bloomberg reported. Let's see. Binance hasn't been accused of any wrongdoing, and the CFTC may not bring an enforcement action, according to a report which cited people familiar with the matter. Bloomberg also did not outline a time period for this alleged trading. Before you get into it, it's like, again, craziest thing every day is just another crazy story. How in the fuck can some humans tell other humans they can't trade on a platform on the internet?
Yeah.
Like, where are we going with this? Like, Binance they're under attack by humans because they told other humans that they feel that they're in control of in one region, that they are now allowed to use their internet website to make money. No one is going to Binance to trade children. No one is going to Binance to start wars, to sell drugs, to drop bombs. They're literally going there to trade crypto. And the CFTC, along with the SEC, feels like United States customers should not be allowed on. Now, from Binance point of view, all you need to do, even to this day, to get on the Binance, people, is to use a VPN, even as a United States customer. So is it Binance's fault that customers in the United States are smart enough and are savvy enough to go make their own money in the trading market and not listening to the draconian rules that just suddenly pop up on them overnight about internet websites? It's not Binance's fault. And even if you didn't have to use a VPN, even if they allowed U.S. customers just to use it, again, not Binance's fault. So for the CFTC to be even pretending like they're going at the Binance, again, corruption at its finest, gang, extortion, all the little buzzwords we use, throw it in here. Again, this makes no sense. And what's crazy is that no one voted for this shit. Like, who voted for these people to come out and say you all cannot use these websites and trade crypto? I don't know. What else is going on with this?
Man, they should have changed the title of this to CFTC probes Binance over too much freedom, because that's exactly what they're basically doing. And I don't know, at one point, CFTC decided that crypto is in their jurisdiction because they call it derivatives. But the thing is, you can't apply new money to old standards. Derivatives of fiat currency, derivatives of a derivative that they keep doing for gold and other commodities. That's the old way. Crypto itself, these products that they're being able to trade, of course, Binance.us is available, so people can use that, but there is not derivative trading there. And I like the fact that CZ, this is how you know you got some good lawyers. He tweeted out, "It's not a bull market without some FUD. Ignore FUD, keep building." That's when you know you got some good lawyers, because he doesn't look like he's worried at all. He's like, this is just them saying they're opening an investigation. That's enough, really, to push the price down anytime they feel like it. Anytime I feel like the price may take off, if they just say we're investigating somebody, there is a dip every time. So this may be just calm before the storm, and I don't think Binance has to worry too much, simply because they don't even have an office. Binance literally doesn't have an office for them to go to. But I don't think this will be a big thing. I just think that more light needs to be shined on these regulators trying to do things like this on what was once fake money and a collectible. And all of a sudden now that it's an industry, they have to regulate it. Come on, man. These hall monitors, get a hobby, man. Jesus Christ. This is,
and it was so crazy about it. It's like you said, I don't think Binance is worried either. As long as you got your war chest full of money, people, you can take them to court, take them to trial, take that to trial. You know how it is. Started selling back in 1988. People, all right, look, take it to trial. But look, the point is, I see you, Mr. Big, out there. The point is, when it comes to the IRS and these regulators, oh my goodness, I really feel like they don't think they're humans living on the planet Earth anymore. Because I don't care what regulation you have, who you got backing you. I don't care what's going down. When I see you in the bathroom at the conference, you catching a swirly. All right. It's that simple, old school. You're going to call the police. You're going to be like, I don't know who did it. Somebody grabbed me from behind, flipped me upside down into the toilet. They're going to look at you like you're crazy because you're going to be a full grown adult talking about somebody gave you a swirly. And they're going to be like, sir, we'll investigate this. And they're going to there won't be any real investigation going on.
Let's get it.
So
we DDT and regulators off the top rope.
I'm roughing them up. I'm telling you now, I'm roughing them up. If I see a regulator at a conference or something, I'll take. Look, what is it? It's still a person. Like what? Yeah. Worst case scenario, people, you get a couple of fines. I'm tussling with one. I'm telling you now.
Yeah. Stone cold stun of these nerds.
I want him to go back. I want him to go back to the house floor and be like, look, there's some people out there that don't like these decisions we making. All right. Like, Digital Bread, what's popping? Carmelo Cherubin, good morning. Let's see, Marcellus Love, Leroy Forbes, Damon King, Menhu Donahue, Justin Brunt. Let's see, Leroy Forbes. The only reason I knew y'all were live was because of the tweet. Notification never came through. I figured something was up because the comments are all the way down, as well as the people who logged on to the live stream. So we know how it is. What's up, Crypto Key, Wendy Nichols, Nubian Heat, Alpha Predator, Face Bitcoin. Alpha Predator still talking about the boots. They said don't buy Tim's, buy some Stacey Adams.
Sticking with my Uggs.
Oh man, I was thinking about this morning. I was like, who is this man? Alfonso Clark, Blues Lover, is Oku, Fanteezy 731, Rashu, Notes from Jew, Sergeant Crypto, Crypto Culture says same thing, late notifications, Torrance J playlist, Helen Diva Style, Prophet Shamar. Let's see. We got another couple people. KH Torrance said leave CZ alone. What's going on, Erica K? Zuri 2011. Let's see. Oh, thank you. This is one of our old shirts we had back in the day. Make sure you hold it. Jonathan Luna said we all need dual citizenship with the Dominican Republic. What crypto regulation? I would say yes, but the thing is, places like Dominican Republic and stuff, it seemed like it's only as good. It's the people, we're dealing with a gang. All right, like what don't you understand about that? Like this is gang over here in the U.S. people, and I fly the red, white, and blue. So don't get it twisted. I ride for mine, but that don't mean it's not what it is. And I say that because being in the Dominican Republic ain't gonna save you. John McAfee was on a ship when they got him out in the ocean. So
with no coordinates,
right? With no coordinates. I mean, did you see when John McAfee streamed with this? It was a black room, people. So I don't think being in the Dominican Republic could save you from gang. Again, they're showing Ripple. That's Ripple is all over the planet, and they're showing Ripple that they'll come after them. They showed the guy who had was it the other Bitcoin exchange that got hacked, BTC or whatever. I mean, he was traveling through France, Greece when they yoked him up real quick. He was going through Greece, and he's a Russian citizen. This is gang, people. It don't matter where you're at, they're coming for you. S1 Dove say, I'm still rocking that same T-shirt from 2 years ago. There we go, S1. That's what we're gonna have to do one day. Like, show us your shirts, and we'll give you crypto based on the year you join. There we go. Mon F said, my 70-year-old aunt asked about crypto. Frederick, what's going on? What it do from Texas? New Legacy, CoinHawk Crypto, Somo Vid. Lisa, Tokyo Girl. Hi from Tokyo. That's my second home. Shout out to Rapunji, Akihabara, all those good places over there. I love me some Tokyo. Yeah, Madam Crypto said free Maccabee. There we go. A couple more. I saw some great comments as well. Max Sinai said crypto is the best savings plan out. Do not put your money in a bank savings plan. I put 600 in crypto July 20th and made 4,000 so far. There we go. There we go.
That's what I'm talking about.
Carmelo said they're big mad that we know how to get this money without them. That's really what's going on, people.
Yeah,
we know that. Sticker Matiger said, here's an idea of we can invest in NFTs. How much of a leap is it to sell corporate shares on a blockchain instead of on Wall Street? Imagine a real free market. Again, I love all the ideals, but the issue, people, to me is more of a fundamental way about regulators go about their business in the way we allow them to. I don't think we should find any other option. Maybe we could do this, maybe we could do that, maybe we can move here. No, we need to get control of these hall monitors who have no real power except for the power that we keep giving them. These are regulators. We pay for them. We give them a job. We need to actually go after them. We don't need to look about moving. We don't need to make more crypto laws. We don't need to do all this other stuff. We need to go to these regulators, open up their bank accounts and be like, all right, let's see where all your money coming from. I guarantee you all the pressure will stop overnight if you do that. If you go to these regulators and be like, let me see where all of your money's coming from. Let me see your last bank statements for how many years. I want to know all your accounts. I guarantee you they will lay off some of this pressure. But we don't do it. And as they say, it's easier to fool someone than to show them they've been fooled. So I get it from a regulation standpoint. They're like, hey, people keep giving us their money and they're not saying anything about it. Why would we stop taking their money? So, I mean, gang, I get it from the regular standpoint. They're like, yo, they keep giving us their lunch money every day. We don't got to ask them no more. We just pull up.
They just handed it to us.
We pull up, they hand it to us. We go get some food. You want us to stop? I get it from a regulation standpoint. I wouldn't stop getting free money from a scared mass either. But
some of y'all bootleggers ask them, do they want seconds?
Right, exactly. I mean, we didn't see it that much with the marijuana market because it's crazy. I was looking at marijuana regulations and crypto's following a very eerily similar path. And I say that because in California, people, as far as marijuana sales, they're taxing it 30%, 30 to 33% of your sale. Like, to put that in perspective, if you buy $90 a product, your bill is $120. They're putting an extra $30 on that bill. That is crazy for something that's considered a plant. And I say that because I'm looking at the regulatory environment, and I look at that same regulatory environment coming to crypto, and I say, hey, when it comes to marijuana, nothing happened, and they have this draconian environment. When it comes to alcohol, though, if you remember when alcohol was being under prohibition, it was real gangsters fighting back. You got alcohol and everybody like, no, we're going to keep selling alcohol. We're going to keep shooting at government employees, and we're going to keep this business going. And eventually it was legalized without all the strings attached. Sure, I mean, these days, because of inflation, the licenses are much expensive. But if you actually look at the regulation that came from the Prohibition era, it was a lot more liberal than what we have now because people had guns and they were fighting back. That's all I'm saying.
And it was drunk.
And with the crypto industry, you're not seeing it. But if the crypto industry people have money and guns, we would have had this conversation.
I was saying in Prohibition times, they was drunk and they didn't care about police. It wasn't no FBI. I was saying the weed people, they was too high to shoot back, so they had to just take whatever was given to them. It was like
Prohibition, they was drunk in a 3-piece suit shooting at the police. It was Tuesday. All right, nothing. What?
Babyface Nelson, baby.
So I mean, hey, you want to make it even bigger? Look at the regulation on the war on drugs. Drugs are legal in Oregon, right? Like, or decriminalized now. You can have mushrooms and all this other stuff. Again, drug dealers had guns. It was a long fight. It was a 40 or 50 year fight. but drugs are essentially illegal. That came from having guns, people. It didn't come from, oh, maybe we can move here or do this with the regulators. No, drugs is illegal, but they're legal now. So, all right, that's my soapbox for the day. With all that being stated, as one commenter did say, hey, what if we actually put our money in NFTs instead? Well, it looks like Beeple NFT auction closes at a record-setting $69.3 million. That is right. The auction for every day, the first 5,000 days, closed at a realized price of almost $70 million. Bitcoin Zay, what's going on in this story?
Oh man, this is one of the stories that make a lot of people in the NFT market happy to see. One of the things in this market is that people can bid and they can pay whatever they want for your art. The bid right before the $69 million payment was sitting at $25 million. And then somebody came in and bought it at $69.3 million. A spokesperson for Christie's declined to name the buyer. Initially, people thought it was just the son of Tron because he gave the winning bid of $60.25 million. Later, the statement was clarified that he was outbid at the very last minute. So somebody is playing games, waiting till the very last minute. I've seen this a few times for NFTs. The auctions, the very last minute, somebody will come in and spend a ridiculous amount of money to buy this art. And the art piece itself is called Every Days, the first 5,000 days. I believe it took him years to do this. And one of the things about Beeple is him becoming popular. He's becoming sort of the Basquiat of the NFT world. Like everything he puts out at this point is about to be $50 million, $100 million because his name alone carries that weight. And that's one thing I tell people about the art world. It's irrational. It's not really a price you can put on anything. I mean, a banana sold for 6 figures taped to a wall at Art Basel. So it's kind of irrational. And it's a bit of money laundering involved. And then on top of that, it's a bit of just excitement of NFTs. So who knows how much this art is going to sell for. So shout out to Beeple. Shout out to everybody who's trying to push NFTs market. There's a long way to go. I know some people are like, hey, it's just JPEGs with a QR code on it. No, sir. There's a lot more to it. This is just the beginning. And I think that once we progress to the point where people are getting residual income from NFTs, people are starting to NFT their art and get auctioned off for millions of dollars that they've never seen before. That will be a turning point, and we're seeing it now.
There we go. CoinHawk Crypto said NFTs, a non-liquid asset. Make NFTs, don't buy them. Fumble the Face is saying NFT is a bubble. The tech will stay, but the $69 million is redunculous.
Redunculous.
And you just, I heard mention you saying that you think some money laundering going on there in that space as well. Is that true?
I mean, in the art world, in the physical art world, this happens all the time. Why wouldn't it happen in the digital art world? Some anonymous buyer gets a $69 million Beeple piece that'll probably be worth double in a few years. Don't have to put it on any type of taxes. Don't have to, and it's in crypto, so you don't even have to say who it's from. So that's even better than having a representative go buy some art for you at the auction. So we're just duplicating it in the digital world. I'm not saying all of it, but this does happen. There are some nefarious actors, and you can see by the prices. Some of this has to be going on. Some people have got to be dumping their Ethereum, saying, "Hey, I can't show that I got 10 million worth of Ethereum. Let me buy this ridiculous little piece of art for $1 million." So that's where we are now.
Yeah, and it's funny too because it said it went from 25 million to 69 million. I imagine it was a guy in an overcoat, a trench coat, maybe a hat, brim over his face. You can't really see this mysterious figure. You got the mask on these days, and he was just 25 million. Do we have a 26, 20, 70 million? It's just like, like you said, hey, they jumped up $50 million almost. They were like, all right, what's going on here?
Well, at least they found a use case for Ethereum. Money laundering. Let's do
there
it.
There it is.
Oh, it's good money.
Fumble the Face was talking about the live stream, saying that you can schedule it so people can see it in advance and join early. We're all about that. Only thing about that, we got to figure it out. We could change the title. We don't schedule it only because the news, we try to do like literally up to the minute news, which is why we are a few minutes late sometimes because we're reading the top stories that just come out so we can talk about it. But maybe we'll look into that a little bit more. It might help. Let's see. I'm seeing all types of comments right now, but I don't know if y'all talking in a different language or what. Talking to chicken scratch on here. KD, great question. All right, so we've been getting this question the most as of late via email, Twitter, everywhere. Do we have a course / training for beginners? Right now, we do not have a course. We do have the Sunday Talk Shop live series. We keep encouraging people to go there to ask us questions. Like literally, come with us. Come to us on Sunday with questions. We want to turn that to more of a Q&A thing if we can long term. As far as a training course, we are working on our master class. Hopefully, that will be out soon. And once we have that out, you know, we're going to blast that everywhere because we want everyone to get involved. It's going to show you an intro, all the way to the intro to crypto, all the way to mid-level and those seasoned vets who've been in there for a while who definitely want to make some money trading. So we are working on that.
$2.
$2
and you get any question you want answered.
And I was just about to say J.14J, perfect example. What do we think about helium? Bring that to us on Sunday. We'll answer it for you for sure. Let's see. Satoshi X, keep your eye on the Sparrow. Bitcoin, do not get lost in the altcoin euphoria. 99% cold storage is Bitcoin, not altcoin. Let's keep this shit really real, y'all. Yes, you got to be careful with those altcoins for sure. Let's see. Stickerman Tigger said, isn't shares on blockchain and running those regulators?
Or if you had a STO, like a secure token offering, that's something similar, but I'm not sure what they're asking.
Yeah, I'm not sure what you're asking that. Rashu said basically we got to pull up and hand out knuckle sandwiches. You get what I'm saying now? You know what I mean? Look, look, people. It's always crazy to me every excuse people make. Like you see it on our channel, other channels of different things we can do. Listen, people, I'm American. I was in the military. I like to follow America's guidance. And per America, we go to war. All right, we always go to war. There ain't no other in between. There ain't no talking on Sundays. There ain't no meeting for tea time. We go to war, people. That is what the United States is known for, and that's what we do. So anything under that, I just don't see it happening unless there's some type of war involved. Unless you're talking about economic freedom, which is why we love cryptocurrency, allows you to be in charge of your own money and to make those decisions without having to go to war. And the best way to do that is to forget about buying the dip. That is right. MicroStrategy buys $15 million of Bitcoin as it nears all-time high. I thought I told you that we won't stop. Michael Saylor said, I thought I told you that we won't stop.
Oh, man. Yeah, this morning on Clubhouse, we actually had Eric Weiss, who's the one who convinced Michael Saylor to buy Bitcoin. And he was so convincing that at this point, Michael Saylor has bought every dip on the way up from 10,000 to where we are now. I've literally, every time there's a dip and people are like, oh, well, Bitcoin gonna go down again. Here comes MicroStrategy, 10 million, 15 million, $100 million worth. So he bought 262 more Bitcoin at an average price of $57,146. And the latest purchase brings the firm's total Bitcoin holdings to around 91,326, approximately 2.2 billion, which is equal to 5.1 billion. So he basically doubled their treasury reserves by putting it into Bitcoin. And I'm sure in his mind, Bitcoin is going to go even further. This man will literally win every award there is for a business owner if this takes off the way I believe it will, and I'm sure the way he does. So shout out to Michael Saylor. He has more conviction in buying the dip, and he has way more to lose. There are people who got $100 and they're like, well, should I buy now? Should I wait? Just buy it. You don't really have the time to sit and think. The sense of urgency has to be there. And Michael Saylor has shown that, and MicroStrategy is winning because of that.
Yeah, and you know what? Again, hand clap and shout out to Michael Saylor. Look, we gave you a hard time because you started late. You deserve that because you did start late. So you see, you're always going to get that hard time. But still, we got to also give him a shout out because, like you said, a person with conviction. This man has bought the dip 3 or 4 times now. He's buying at the high. He's buying at the low. And perfect example, we want to show you the story. People, this is dollar cost averaging. If you wake up and the price is $60,000 and you've been putting in $100 a month, put in $100 that month. If you go to sleep and the price is $20,000, put in $100 that month or that week or that day or whatever it is that you do. Dollar cost average into it and it won't hurt as much. But also, like you said, this goes to show that the price point is almost here to stay. Like if it were to significantly dip, people like Michael Saylor would have to make a decision to take unforeseen losses, like percentage losses they have never seen before, that could literally, not necessarily, I'll say wipe out their business because they're not allocating a high enough percentage to wipe out their business, but it could definitely ruffle some feathers at their business, right? So,
and his cost basis is like 24,000. So I don't think we're going that low. So he's pretty safe. But some of the ones that bought it 40, 45, they may get a little antsy. But at the same time, I don't know. I don't know if we're going back to that level.
Right. And I'm in agreement with you. And that's what I think is a good thing is that people like him have a stake in the game. A billionaire has a stake in the game. If this thing slips to the 30s, low 40s, 30s, like we just saw, I don't see how they could not buy more after they bought it at 57,000. The only exception to all of that is if something comes out where there's something technically wrong with the project, where it's like, oh my God, we just found this glaring exploit, which of course hasn't happened thus far. If that doesn't happen, I don't see them saying, I'm not going to buy a $30,000 Bitcoin when I bought a bunch at 57,000. I just don't see it happening because you got to remember they got a war chest, people. Their war chest is trillions deep. So they can keep buying Bitcoin at this pace at least for the next 5 to 10 years without any big issue. So that's something to definitely look at. Funny money. Brooklyn 99 Star launches own social currency. Actually, before we start on that, I want to give a quick shout out. Deb Rocks. Shout out to you for the tip. Can y'all buy my NFT on Foundation? There we go. Somebody out there buy that NFT. Might be worth something. All right, Phil G. We getting carried away. Phil G says Sailor is the Bitcoin Pope. All right.
I don't know.
You got to be careful with that.
I think Bitcoin Rookie of the Year award is probably better. Who is that?
I like that. Bitcoin Rookie of the Year award. There it is.
This was like LeBron's rookie year. Michael Saylor. He came in, took over his name, he shot straight to the top. And even though he's relatively new, everybody's convinced he's in this for long term. So I would say he had a LeBron James rookie year in Bitcoin.
There we go. Mark Madonna, shout out to Mark Madonna. Thank you for the tip. Said keep it up. People are laughing because I think they think I'm joking or whatever. But Phil G, was it Phil said it? Phil G said, I thought I told you that we won't stop. Kadeem talking about the Diddy Harlem Shake. Let's see. Lewis Jackson said thoughts on the potential bull market after Ethereum's update. Have they already updated to their rollouts?
To the proof of stake. Yeah, well, they haven't updated to the piece of shit. I mean, proof of stake protocol. But once it happens, a lot of people are expecting a bull run. And of course, those people who are expecting it, usually you can have a lot of the big names in it push the price. Then the smaller people follow. And then you'll have that push towards 2,000 or 5,000, like people were saying. Not saying it's going to happen. I just don't see Ethereum going down much more with a lot of the use cases coming out.
And I was just about to say, competition is becoming steeper and steeper every day they wait. First, secondly, they're not really. This isn't even the long-term scaling update. This is just the side, or they're working on the rollups for the side chain. Some of them are already out. We talked about it on the show yesterday, actually. I mentioned, I can't even think of the one name right now. Loop Ring, like they already have some of the ones that are out already that aren't being used that much. So my thing is, even if they update it, they get these rollups out. Hey, who's to say these rollups will actually work to perfection? I mean, people are expecting a price pump saying that they're going to roll this out and there won't be any issues. Shouldn't be. They've been doing a good job, but there are any issues, then no, I don't see that price going up. And even if they do roll it out, again, got to get people to use them first. It's kind of like the lightning network coming out and stuff. People aren't actually adopting it and using it, then it won't matter. So I don't think it's going to pump it up that much. I think maybe we'll see a 20 or 30% pump short term, but people got to start using it. So we'll see.
By the news,
it'll be one of those things where it goes sideways for a minute, and then a month from now, a month and a half, when people actually do start utilizing it, if it works, you see it shoot up 30, 45 days later, all of a sudden, like on a random Wednesday, it just goes up.
Yeah, that's how it always works. As soon as people relax and forget about it, boom, there we go. Then everybody FOMOs into it. It's just the same process. We've been seeing the same thing for years now.
Yeah, this is what I was looking for. Peter Lai was laughing, said, swirly regulators, you guys are awesome. I'm just so happy I found your account, new follower. Shout out to you, Peter Lai. And yes, swirlies. We meant that shit, every word of it. All right. We got to do it in the state like we got to make sure we can't do it in California. You do it in California, man, you might get 10 years in prison for this. All right. You got to do it in a state like Texas or Florida where police like, what happened? Swirly,
you gotta swirl it. Oh man,
sound like you deserved it. Fight back next time.
Hey, get your soft ass out of here, man.
We gotta go to the South. We gotta go to a Southern State Conference and do it somewhere we can get away with it at. Where the police.
Miami in June sounds good.
There we go. We go to Florida. We go to Texas. We can give them all out same day. What's going on, Helen Diva Style? Thank you for the tip. We truly appreciate it. All right, again, funny money. Brooklyn 99 star Terry Crews is launching his own cryptocurrency, Power, where people can own a piece of him and spend it at the local grocery store. Now,
oh man, hold up, what? They said that white dude already got a piece of him. So
Oh, bro, you did not do it. Bang, bang. All right, we're never gonna be able to get him on the show, bro. Listen, when I read the story, I had
Shout out to Terry.
notes in my head, but I suppressed it, and you had to say it live. That is right. Actor Terry Crews, known for his prominent character in the Brooklyn Nine-Nine TV series, or to Bitcoin Zay, known for being grasped on by another man. Sexual harassment and assault is not funny. Is launching his own social currency powered through social crypto platform Roll. Here it is. You got the tweet. Have launched a social currency on the Ethereum blockchain called Power. Check out this exclusive from TechCrunch. It's crazy. TechCrunch actually covered it. What I will say, I thought this was something totally different. I thought this was more. What's the basketball player for the Nets who did his contract?
Spencer Dinwiddie.
I thought this was more of a Spencer Dinwiddie thing, which I want to talk about. But what is this? What is he actually doing? How is this actually working?
All right, so let's break this down. All right. According to the project's website, there will be a cap of 10 million coins called Power. The ability to sell your art, NFTs, physical goods, and experiences for this coin. The founder is Cruz. Michael Pena, who's another actor, and Dakota Zentaris will pull the currency into Uniswap to determine its initial market offering and then reward early Power members and adopters. I'm pretty sure they paid for this article because this is how you get some sort of momentum going so that people are excited and then they want to be early into buying it. And then hopefully later when people join, they can earn some money off of that. Roll allows individuals to create their own ERC20 tokens. And there are currently 44 social currencies on the platform. The most expensive right now is 77.62, rising 87% in the last 24 hours. Those may be those insiders you're talking about. But owning Power, as Cruz says, he said, there's no other way to put it. And I want to be very careful about who is holding me. No puns intended. Again.
He's invited. I'm not gonna say invited. I'm not victim blaming.
The jokes write themselves. That's what I'm saying. The jokes write themselves. If I ever let an old white dude grab my balls, I'll never come out and then start saying, I'm gonna be careful who's holding me. Come on, man. You're doing it to yourself, Terry. But again, Power, as an early Power member, you have access to our team, a hand in helping to shape the world of Power and how it serves artists in the digital and physical marketplace. So this seems like a return to the good old days of 2017, where the celebs came out with all these coins, all these different projects. But hopefully, like I said, since 2017, people have gotten smarter. They have more regulation. They have more things at their disposal. So we'll see if it works. But again, it's just another coin to me.
Definitely. And one thing, first, real quick, I want to point out that this is actual real objections to his Twitter post where he put it. You can see one person says, please revoke this. Blockchain currencies are an environmental disaster. They consume huge amount of electricity for purely speculative value. Again, you scroll down some more. I think you're awesome, but please don't do this. The last thing we need is more computers eating up precious energy resources. Like, this is what I'm talking about. Who are these Ned Flanders? Swirly,
they sent the email.
Swirly. Listen,
hey, you didn't see the email? They sent the email to everybody who's an environmental person, or I guess in the liberal party, because that's what I'm seeing it from. They sent the email out. That's why all these hit pieces we talked about on Talk Shop Live, hit pieces for the environment, and then you see people, bots, commenting that it's so bad for the environment. It's going to take no, printing money and gold takes way more power than Bitcoin right now. And which one is better? So
well, let's go even further. I'll tell you what's real bad for the environment: bombs. We drop them every day. I don't want to hear conversations start with what's bad for anything until people point out the obvious. Like this, the entire planet, the human species has been at a perpetual war since we started on this planet. So until we talk about wars being stopped, I'm not trying to hear nothing in between. Bodies are being dropped every day, and people have the cognitive dissonance to ignore it. Then I'm going to have the same cognitive dissonance to ignore energy or whatever other little first world problems we can come up with, because they aren't real problems. Like, oh my God, the energy's not working. Yeah,
if you
there's
cared
a kid
about
on the east side of Detroit who don't got no family right now who can't eat dinner tonight. Like, tell me about him. I don't care about energy.
They don't have lights at all at some of these places. So why don't you go over there and provide them with some electricity if you really care, or some power so they can run a generator, or just shut up about it. Because most people who talk about the environment, they don't do anything to help it. I've seen literally people fly a private jet to a green energy conference and talk about using up the environment. So I don't want to hear that wasn't
Man,
our
I was
generation.
actually
That was our parents' generation. Y'all should have fixed it. You didn't. I'm not
exactly. Yeah, exactly.
kiss my ass. I'm not
Don't
fixing
try to roll.
it.
Hey, don't try to roll that to us.
Hell no. No,
Hey,
I don't care if Bitcoin takes all the energy in the world. Whatever. Hey, that's our money system. It's
hey,
coming
that's
from the
for
power of the
Gretchen.
sun.
That's for Gretchen. Them
Gretchen.
kids to worry about. Y'all want to worry.
Yeah.
Them little was it Z X's wherever they're at. They want to worry about the environment. Go ahead. Hey,
Yeah.
that ain't the way we play over here, people. It's real problems that we focused on. Sorry, it doesn't fit whoever's what's the thing called agenda that you're working on. But hell no, we ain't gonna build up this show and then all of a sudden be promoting energy. You better come with a check first.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Peter Lee said, guys, in all seriousness, please get in front of the kids and share your knowledge. I can't believe it took me so long to find you guys. And holler when you guys need bail money for the swirly. I got you. Peter, that's what I'm talking about, Peter. Peter
See, that's
is
how you,
a warrior, first time warrior. You're already a real warrior in our book. He said, I got the bail money for the swirly. That's what I'm talking about.
Hey, real quick, Peter, because you brought that up, let me show this. I want to show I will be in front of the kids this summer.
We love the kids.
And King, I'll be bringing King out too. Innovative Learning Virtual Bitcoin Summer Camp. This is me with some of the kids. It's an after-school summer camp. Right now, we're halfway to the goal of 10,000. Teaching a summer camp in July. So yes, we will be in front of the kids. 100 kids from Charlotte, North Carolina. The first Bitcoin summer camp in Charlotte history. We did the first CIAA in front of the college students. We were at the CIAA. We were the first Bitcoin company to be there. So we get in front of the kids, and we're trying to get this next generation. So shout out, Peter.
And yeah, and shout out also to Keebline Village, Eastside Detroit. Also, when I went back to them over the holidays, I was trying to tell them about, they have computers and everything, but to get their kids, because there's a program for inner city kids, all types of things that go on there, but to actually get them learning about crypto and coding and all that good stuff too. So yeah, we definitely love the kids over here on a serious note as well. And shout out crypto. Thank you for the tip as well. This power seems like a money grab and inviting the SEC, CFTC. So that's what I was just going to say real quick about the last story with Terry Crews. If you notice a trend, the celebrities that get into this space, they never come with for the most part, when I see, they never come ready to learn. They always come with a product. Like they come ready to sell. They come ready to take from the community. And again, in cryptocurrency, you literally, like, I had to convince Bitcoins they go public, people. Like, you can't just pop up and know crypto. And then you can't just pop up and know crypto and have a product. So again, for these people, for it to be the first time you ever hear cryptocurrency, Bitcoin, blockchain, these buzzwords, and their name in the same sentence, they have a product. I'm sorry, it seems like a money grab to me, even if you're truly into it. Let's say Terry Crews has been into it for years and who doesn't know, blah, blah, blah. It doesn't matter. It's following the same thing. I mean, he's basically doing the same thing Akon is doing, except not calling it Acoin. He's just calling it power. So all these celebrities are coming into the space with project ideas, with product ideas. And my thing is, look at the team. I even looked at the power thing. I would love to see who the team is. I can guarantee you, if you look at the team and the board of people who are working with them, they're people who already been in this space, who probably already launched projects, and this is their way of rebranding. This is their 2 to 3 years. Oh, let's just use Terry and do this power token this time. But again, it seems like a money grab to me.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, let's end it on a great news story. Speaking about the kids, students in Georgia set to be taught about crypto at high school.
There we go.
Goodness gracious. Like, this whole story in its entirety, to me, shows two things. No offense to the boomers out there, but one is one of the reasons why people don't like you all anymore, by and large. And the second thing is just how backwards some of these people we vote for are. Again, high school students in Georgia look set to be taught about crypto after a new financial literacy program was approved by the Georgia House of Representatives. The Georgia House of Reps has passed a bill that calls for state education officials to implement a study program based around financial literacy for high schoolers, and cryptocurrency is on the curriculum list. It looks like, I know, right? Shout out to crypto. The program outlines 16 areas of financial literacy to be studied by students in the 10th or 11th grade, which includes loan applications, checkbook balancing, investing, money management, and tax assessments, including cryptocurrencies. So because of that, I want to give it a quick hand clap, of course.
Let's go. You know they got to
I also want to point out, which is why I just gave you boomers that quick jab right now, is that it took until the year 2021. And they're talking about balancing the checkbook. You can save that lesson. Like, we don't need that anymore. It's 2021. and you want to teach kids in the South about balancing the checkbook. No, like you all should be fired. Everyone who came up with this should be fired since they took so long to come up with it, in my point of view. That's right. It's never good enough for me, people. Bitcoin Zay, what's your thoughts?
Never good. Keep your foot on their necks. However, it says here, given crypto's lowly position at number 16 out of 16 subjects, it won't be the most comprehensive overview, but it is a start. Again, people, it starts here. They say, okay, it's a part of the curriculum. And then once kids start learning more about it, they're like, hold up, this is its own curriculum. I mean, if you look at Bitcoin, if Bitcoin was just a class, which we're trying to do now at colleges, you could go into several different disciplines. You could go into game theory. You could talk about Lindy effect. You could talk about cryptography. You could talk about economics. You could talk about, I mean, pretty much anything in the tech world, programming, decentralized finance, NFT. I mean, there's so much you can go into that Bitcoin itself should just be a subject, and then you can learn everything from there. Because I can guarantee you, the next generation of kids, they're not going to see a world where a lot of those financial tools they're teaching them are going to be valid. Like the loan part of it, they were like, how to get a loan. Imagine when kids look at crypto and they're like, well, I can just get a DeFi loan and never give up my crypto. Yeah, I'm good on that. You know what I mean? Like, so they have to put that in there, but crypto, it's got to start. Shout out to Georgia. Atlanta's a huge place for Bitcoin. It was just there a couple weeks ago. Going back next week, I mean, they are huge in the crypto space. So shout out to Georgia, Atlanta, everybody who got it done. But it did take a little minute, but we could have had this like 2-3 years ago.
Again, yeah, shout out to Georgia. Yeah, and I think that's probably the big push coming from Atlanta, which is why they found it on there. But yeah, definitely shout out to them. We know when you're talking about Georgia and Atlanta specifically, they have a lot of younger people or younger minded people, because I mean older people, but the mindset for the people are modern. It's been modernized already. So I love it. But again, like we have to point this out. It's the year 2021, and schools are just now talking about showing students how to balance a checkbook. But they expect you to pay crypto taxes, and that something that they say was fake that is now supposed to be a commodity or a security. They expect you to know about capital gains taxes on that. Like when?
Yeah.
Like, when was I supposed to learn this?
You know what's gonna be the funniest part of this class? Everything they teach them is gonna be in theory, except for crypto, because they can start as soon as you. Because you could tell a kid all day, this is how you get your credit report, this is how you balance. And then they're like, okay, well, I'm gonna try and get a bank account. Sorry, you can't, unless it's on your parents, or maybe a teenage bank account program where it's, you know, some checking. But that's it. Crypto, you can do everything we're talking about right now. Like as I'm talking about it, yes, you can get this app. Yes, you can get on Crypto Voxels or Decentraland, or yeah, you can buy Bitcoin and transact and buy candy and chips from each other right now. That's gonna be the funny thing. And I think kids are gonna realize that, and they're gonna choose cryptocurrency, definitely.
And you know, and something we keep saying every day, I said it on the Tammy Mack show. I can't wait for the college students. We talked about it yesterday, and I'm saying it again. This is what we're saying, people. Like, it's happening slowly but steadily. They are going to take the child's mind. So if you are not, I mean, I'm glad that everybody's watching courses in the crypto, but for those families and parents who are not in the crypto, this may be the next big rebel thing where it's just like, no, mom and dad, I'm gonna do what the hell I want. I got 600,000 in Dogecoin. Like,
yeah, exactly.
Mark Cuban said it's good as money. So hey, y'all do you, I'm gonna do me. Like, people, it's happening, it's going to happen. Think about this: if they're teaching crypto in class, what are the chances of a 10th grader getting their hands on some cryptocurrency? You already got Cash App. I mean, literally, you can just get your hands on it. If they get their hands on crypto at 15 years old, 14, 15, 16, the 10th grade, by the time they graduate high school, they'll have a nice little lump to start with. You know, so again, this is going to happen. These are our leaders of tomorrow. And just prop them up. Let's encourage them. This is good news. It's always good to see as well.
Everybody had at least one person in high school that had their own apartment, and you were like, how did they get this? Once you have money, you leave your parents and you stop listening to what they have to say. I know as soon as I hit college, as soon as I got my apartment and car, everything was going in one ear and out the other. So I can only imagine a kid that has more money than their parents doing that, and I was doing it just to be rebellious. So yeah, this is great stuff, and it'll open up the world to the point where you have these adults who don't know what they're talking about will get just blasted by a 15-year-old who does. Sorry, that's how the world works.
There we go. There we go. All right, give us some last quick shout outs before we leave. And boomers, you know I love you. We just gotta throw y'all some jabs because y'all didn't. Hey, y'all took it. Y'all took it. It's supposed to be we're not going to take it. You took it. No, to be fair, some of the boomers only took it because the ones that could fight, they sent to Vietnam. They was like, oh, you got an attitude problem, huh? You got a problem with authority. All right, we know. We know. we know what to do with your ass. You go, you think you're strong. Like, all right, yeah. So we know what happened. We know. I just like to give y'all some hard time. Zuri 2011 said, yes, everybody's an expert on crypto, trade, and investments all of a sudden. Like you said, I'm very curious to know who is going to be teaching this program, how it's going to be written up, who's writing it up. So many questions, but at least it's happening as of now, right? Let's see. Crypto Rasputin said hydro and solar would power greener Bitcoin. That's very true as well. Justin Scott still laughing about too high to shoot back. S1 Dub said, love that students are about to learn about crypto, but I think that the gentlemen in crypto need to review the curriculum and books and reference materials. I think so too. I'm with that plan, actually. Let's see. Damon King said, just hope it hits the most vulnerable parts of Georgia also. I'm with you as well. I hope they just don't teach it to the people who already have money. And Crypto Kid 216 said the Shake Club capital of the world. Here we go.
That's why I'm going back.
I see a good one from India. Sanjay says, I'm from India and I'm 16. I know about crypto and learning more about it. Everybody give a shout out to Sanjay.
Hey, Sanjay. India. What up? Y'all are going to take over the world, man. We
feel like we made it, Sanjay. We happy you watching from India. Hey, listen, that's a pat on our back today. That makes us feel good. Happy Friday, everyone. Make sure you smash that like and share. Again, on Sunday, Talk Shop Live. We will have that in the link under the description, but you can sign up for it on Sunday. I will also try to email out for everybody who have their email addresses who signed up on our newsletter and everything. I'll email that out, but that's Sunday. That's $1.99. Come with all your questions. We will answer your questions live as well. Give you some trends of the week, coins of the week, as well as some of the biggest news stories of the week as well. Anything else you have, Bitcoin Zay?
Nothing from me. Just make sure you watch Talk Shop Live at 6 p.m. on Sunday, and we hit an all-time high for live viewers. So shout out to that. We hit an all-time high. Oh yeah, most ever. I think we hit 265 at a certain point. So shout out to that.
All-time high. All-time high. All right. Cheers. We'll see y'all next week.